Welcome back to your favorite coin world, coins, the place where every penny tells a story. Today, we are going deep into the mystery, beauty, and hidden value of one small copper piece that could change your fortune, the 1961 Lincoln penny. It might just be sitting in your collection, in your old piggy bank, or lying forgotten in a drawer, but what if I told you that this little coin could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars today? Let's take a journey through time, right back to 1961. America was in the early years of the space race. John F. Kennedy had just taken office as president, and the Denver Mint was striking millions of pennies, each carrying the famous image of Abraham Lincoln on the front. The D mint mark just below the year 1961 represents Denver, one of the most active U.S. mints of that era. These coins were made primarily of copper, giving them that classic reddish-brown shine that every collector loves. At first glance, the 1961 penny seems like any other coin. Billions were produced, over 1.7 billion to be exact. That's right, 1,753,266,700 pieces came out of the Denver Mint. But as any coin collector knows, it's not always about how many were made, but about the rare few that were struck differently, preserved perfectly, or contain minting errors that make them one in a million. That's where things get exciting. Some 1961 Lincoln pennies were struck with slight double dies, minting mistakes that caused the letters or numbers to appear doubled when viewed under magnification. Others show small die cracks, repunched mint marks, or unusual planchet errors. These tiny imperfections are what make certain coins stand out to collectors, and what can make their value skyrocket. Now, let's talk about design. The obverse of the coin features the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln by Victor David Brenner, which first appeared on the penny in 1909 to celebrate Lincoln's 100th birthday. The reverse carries the beautiful wheat ears design on older coins, but by 1961, the penny showed the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to Lincoln's lasting legacy. If you look closely, you can even see a tiny statue of Lincoln sitting inside the memorial, an incredible detail for such a small coin. Collectors love the 1961 penny because it sits at a crossroads in American coinage, not old enough to be ancient, but not modern either. It has that nostalgic vintage charm that connects the post-war American dream with the modern era. Many people still remember using these pennies in candy stores, gas stations, and lunch counters, not realizing that one day, a few of them would become treasures worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Let's move to the real question everyone asks: how much is a 1961 Lincoln penny worth today? The answer depends on condition, rarity, and errors. In circulated condition, an average 1961 penny might only be worth a few cents. But in uncirculated or mint state grades, especially MS 65, MS 66, or higher, the price jumps dramatically. Some pristine examples, with full red color and no spots or wear, have been sold at auctions for $700, $1,200, or even more. The record price for a high-grade 1961 penny has reached close to $7,879.99, yes, almost $8,000, for a single coin that looks absolutely perfect. What makes that possible? It's all about the grade. Coins are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, using a 70-point scale. A coin graded MS 70 means it's flawless, no scratches, no marks, no discoloration. Imagine owning a 1961 penny in that condition, a tiny piece of copper perfection. That's what serious collectors and investors hunt for, but even if your coin isn't mint state, it's still worth checking carefully. Look for doubling on the date, on the word Liberty, or on "In God We Trust." Examine the mint mark D to see if it looks repunched or misplaced. If you notice something unusual, you might be holding a rare variety worth far more than face value. Every small detail matters. Now let's take a moment to appreciate the story behind Lincoln himself. His portrait has graced the U.S. cent for over a century, the longest-running coin design in American history. The Lincoln penny represents not just money, but a symbol of freedom, hard work, and the American spirit. Each time you hold a Lincoln penny, you're touching a piece of history, and the 1961 D is one of those that still fascinates collectors around the world. Many coin hunters search bank rolls, estate sales, and even flea markets looking for rare Lincoln cents. Some find coins with full red luster, perfectly centered strikes, or unique varieties that make them stand out. Others find proof-like surfaces, which reflect light beautifully, a true sign of a well-struck coin. These features add both aesthetic and monetary value. If you want to know how to spot a valuable 1961 D penny, here's a tip: look for coins that have no wear, full detail in Lincoln's hair and beard, and a sharp strike on the lettering. A shiny, full red color is especially desirable. Brown or spotted coins tend to lose value. Keep your coins in protective holders or flips to preserve their condition and prevent oxidation. Another fascinating fact: some 1961 D pennies were struck on leftover planchets from previous years or even on foreign metal blanks. These minting anomalies are extremely rare but can fetch thousands when authenticated. Imagine finding one like that, a small, brown coin turning into a collector's dream come true. The beauty of coin collecting is that you never know what you might find. It's part history, part treasure hunt, and all passion. And here on Coins, we bring you those hidden gems, the stories behind the metal, the mistakes that made millions, and the legends that live on in copper and zinc. So next time you see a 1961 D penny, don't just think of it as small change. Take a closer look. It might just be your ticket to owning a piece of American history worth far more than you ever imagined. Remember, every penny has a story, and some are worth their weight in gold. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of rare Lincoln pennies, make sure to subscribe to Coins, hit the like button, and share this video with other collectors and history lovers. Because the more we learn, the more we appreciate the hidden value right in our hands, and who knows, maybe the next big discovery will be yours. Keep checking your change, keep searching your old jars, and never stop exploring the world of rare coins. This is Coins, where passion meets history, and every small coin tells a big story. Today we're diving deep into one of the most talked about and fascinating pieces of American coinage, the 1977 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it might look like an ordinary 1-cent coin, something you could easily overlook or spend without a second thought. But what if I told you that this small copper coin could actually be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more depending on its condition and rarity? That's right. The 1977 Lincoln penny could be a hidden gem sitting right inside your coin jar or wallet. Let's start by taking a closer look at its origins. The 1977 Lincoln penny is part of the iconic Lincoln cent series that began way back in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head penny and became the first U.S. coin to feature the image of a real person, none other than the 16th president himself. The designer was Victor David Brenner, and his initials, VDB, were originally placed on the reverse side of the 1909 coin. Later, after some controversy, those initials were removed and then restored in smaller form under Lincoln's shoulder, where you can still find them today. The 1977 penny follows the same proud tradition of this design, which has now become one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. Now let's talk about what makes the 1977 Lincoln penny so interesting. These coins were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia version has no mint mark, the Denver version has a small D under the date, and the San Francisco version has an S. The Philadelphia and Denver mint struck millions of these coins for circulation, but the San Francisco mint produced only proof coins for collectors. While the regular 1977 pennies might not seem rare at first, the true value lies in their condition, mint errors, and how they've been preserved over time. The composition of the 1977 penny is 95% copper and 5% zinc, which means that each coin actually contains a small but real amount of metal value too. In fact, with the rising cost of copper, even the metal content alone can make older pennies like this worth more than face value. However, the real money comes when you find coins in near-perfect condition, known as mint state coins, or those with striking mint errors, things like double dies, off-center strikes, or repunched mint marks. Collectors go absolutely crazy for these because they represent a unique moment in minting history. Now, if you're wondering about the current market value of the 1977 Lincoln penny, here's where things get exciting. A regular circulated 1977 penny might only fetch a few cents, maybe up to 50 cents if it's in great shape. But an uncirculated example graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC can easily sell for $20, $50, or even more depending on its grade. But that's not all. There are rare examples of the 1977 penny that have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. For example, a 1977 D penny in superb gem condition once sold for over $7,000, and certain proof examples with deep cameo finishes have reached even higher prices. And when we talk about unique mint errors, that's when the numbers start to skyrocket. Coins with dramatic double die obverse or reverse errors have been known to fetch prices well over $10,000. Imagine finding one of those in your change. So why is this coin gaining so much attention now in 2025? The answer lies in the growing demand for vintage US coins and the steady rise in copper prices. Collectors are realizing that coins like the 1977 Lincoln penny are a perfect mix of nostalgia, history, and investment potential. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of American heritage, a snapshot of the late 1970s, when the U.S. Mint was still using copper before switching to the cheaper copper-plated zinc composition in 1982. That makes pre-1982 pennies, including the 1977 issue, more desirable to both collectors and investors alike. The coin market for Lincoln cents has always been strong, but in recent years, rare dates and mint errors have exploded in value. Social media and YouTube channels like this one, Coins, have played a big role in raising awareness and encouraging people to check their pocket change carefully. Every day, someone somewhere discovers that an old penny they thought was worthless is actually worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. And who knows, you could be next. When you examine your 1977 Lincoln penny, look closely under good lighting. Check the date, the mint mark, the lettering, and Lincoln's profile. Look for doubling in the word Liberty or in the date. That's often where a double die error appears. Check for off-center strikes, missing letters, or any unusual patterns. Sometimes even a small difference can make a massive impact on value. If you find something special, handle it carefully, always hold coins by the edges to avoid damaging the surface, and consider sending it to a professional grading service for authentication. A certified coin can dramatically increase in value once it's graded and encapsulated. Let's not forget the historical significance. The year 1977 was a unique period in American history. It was the era of economic changes, cultural shifts, and technological progress. Having a coin from that year is like holding a small piece of that time. The Lincoln cent design represents honesty, leadership, and endurance, qualities that mirror the spirit of Abraham Lincoln himself. That's why collectors all over the world treasure this series so much. Whether you're just starting your collection or you've been collecting for years, the 1977 Lincoln penny deserves a special spot in your album. Now let's talk about the top auction records. According to coin auction results, some pristine 1977 pennies graded MS67 red by PCGS or NGC have sold for over $7,500. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, labeled PR70 Deep Cameo, have reached close to $10,000 in private sales. These are incredible numbers for a 1-cent coin. And the best part? Many of these valuable coins were found by ordinary people, not dealers, proof that treasure can still be found in everyday change. So the next time you come across a shiny old penny, don't ignore it. Flip it over, check the date, and see if it's from 1977. Who knows, it might just be your lucky day. Always remember that every coin tells a story, of art, history, and hidden value. And here on Coins, we love bringing those stories to life. Before we wrap up, make sure to subscribe to Coins and hit the bell icon so you never miss our deep dives into rare pennies, silver coins, and valuable currency finds. We post new videos every week uncovering the true worth of your pocket change, from Lincoln cents to Morgan dollars and everything in between. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare 1977 Lincoln penny or if you want me to cover another year in our next video. Your stories inspire us and help build this amazing community of collectors around the world. Thanks for watching Coins, where every coin has a story and every story has value. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, your next penny could be worth a fortune. See you in the next video. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and surprising coins of modern American history, the 1998 Lincoln penny. This coin may look like an ordinary 1-cent piece, but believe me, it holds an amazing story, and some rare versions of this penny are worth thousands of dollars in today's collector market. Let's begin from the very beginning, the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent design changed many times, from the original wheat ears reverse used between 1909 and 1958, to the Lincoln Memorial reverse starting in 1959, and later the Union Shield design in 2010. But our focus today is on the 1998 Lincoln Memorial cent, a coin that hides some very special varieties that can make coin collectors go crazy. The 1998 Lincoln penny was struck at two main mints, Philadelphia and Denver, with billions of coins minted for everyday circulation. The Philadelphia version has no mint mark under the date, while the Denver coin carries a small D. Most of these pennies are made of copper-plated zinc, weighing around 2.5 grams. On the obverse, you see the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, and on the reverse, the beautiful image of the Lincoln Memorial created by Frank Gasparo. But the real excitement begins when you look closer, because not all 1998 pennies are the same. One of the most famous varieties from 1998 is called the 1998 Wide AM penny. This variety happened because the reverse die meant for proof coins accidentally got used on regular circulation coins. The difference can be seen in the spacing between the letters A and M in the word America on the back. On a normal 1998 penny, the letters A and M are almost touching each other, but on the rare, wide AM variety, there is a clear gap between them. You can also notice that the designer's initials, FG, are placed slightly farther away from the base of the Lincoln Memorial. This tiny difference may look simple, but it completely changes the value of the coin. Now you might be wondering how much a 1998 wide AM penny is actually worth. The answer depends on the condition of the coin. If your 1998 penny is uncirculated or in mint state condition with no scratches or wear, collectors will pay a premium for it. Prices can range from a few $100s all the way up to thousands of dollars. For example, a 1998 wide AM penny graded MS-67 by PCGS once sold for more than $7,000 at auction. That's right, a single 1-cent coin worth thousands of dollars, just because of a small design difference. And that's not the only rare variety from that year. You can also find error coins from 1998, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or coins with die cracks. These types of errors happen during the minting process and can add extra value to your coin depending on how dramatic or visible the error is. Collectors love unique error coins because no two are ever exactly alike, but let's go even deeper into the background of the 1998 penny. During the 1990s, the U.S. Mint was transitioning between different engraving dies for both proof and business strikes. The proof dies had sharper details and slightly different spacing on the letters. By accident, one of these proof reverse dies was used to strike regular coins at the Philadelphia Mint, and that's how the famous wide AM variety was born. The same type of mix-up also happened in 1999 and 2000, which gave us the 1999 wide AM and the 1998 close AM varieties as well. So if you're checking your coins, always look at those letters, A and M, under a magnifying glass. You might be holding a hidden treasure. In the coin market today, collectors are constantly looking for these varieties, especially in higher grades. Even circulated coins can sell for tens or hundreds of dollars depending on demand and visibility of the wide AM feature. The coin's value is also influenced by grading, eye appeal, and luster. Coins that have full red surfaces with no spots or marks always fetch higher prices. The professional grading companies like PCGS, NGC, and Anax authenticate and grade these coins, which increases their value for collectors and investors. Now let's talk about the historical and sentimental side. The Lincoln penny has been in production for over a century and has become one of the longest-running coin series in U.S. history. It's a symbol of perseverance, honesty, and the American spirit. Millions of people have handled this coin in their daily lives, but only a few have realized that some of them might be holding a rare gem worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. That's what makes coin collecting so exciting. It combines history, art, and the thrill of discovery. Imagine finding a 1998 white AM penny in your change jar or old coin collection. You might think it's just another cent, but with a keen eye and a little knowledge, you could uncover a valuable collectible. People have found these coins in rolls from banks, in old coin jars, or even mixed in with pocket change. It's proof that treasure still exists out there for those who pay attention. Now let's take a quick look at the coin specifications. The 1998 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, with a diameter of 19 mm and a weight of 2.5 grams. It has a smooth edge and features the famous, "In God We Trust" motto along the top, Liberty on the left, and the year, 1998, on the right. The reverse side shows the Lincoln Memorial with the denomination, 1 cent, and United States of America. On the rare wide AM version, the design spacing is slightly different, giving it its unique identity. When it comes to today's market trends, the interest in Lincoln cents has grown rapidly. Many collectors are focusing on modern varieties because they're affordable to search for and can yield big rewards. Online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections regularly feature 1998 wide AM pennies with bidding prices climbing every month. Some collectors even build complete sets of Lincoln Memorial cents that include every known variety. Having a 1998 wide AM penny in that collection adds significant value. So if you want to check your 1998 penny, here's what to do. Grab a magnifying glass or a zoom lens. Flip your coin to the reverse side and look closely at the word America. If the letters A and M are touching, it's the common variety, but if there's a gap, congratulations, you may have the rare and valuable wide AM version. Next, check the condition of your coin. Is it shiny, bright, and red, or dark and worn? The better it looks, the higher its potential value. You can also compare it online with certified examples to confirm what you have. Now remember, not every 1998 penny is worth thousands, but it's the thrill of the hunt that keeps collectors passionate. Sometimes you might find an amazing coin in the most unexpected place. Always keep your eyes open because every coin has a story, and that story could be worth a fortune. Before we wrap up, let's remember this: the 1998 Lincoln penny might be small, but its history is enormous. From its humble beginnings in 1909 to the special varieties of the 1990s, the Lincoln cent remains a symbol of American history and hidden value. Whether you're a beginner or an expert collector, never underestimate the power of one penny. It could be the key to unlocking a piece of numismatic history. Thank you for watching this video on coins. If you enjoyed learning about the rare 1998 Lincoln penny and its surprising value, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. We'll be sharing more amazing stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and valuable collectibles from around the world. Who knows, your next penny could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more. Keep collecting, keep learning, and always remember, every coin has a story. This is Coins, and we'll see you in the next video. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in modern American history, the 2005 Lincoln penny. You might think it's just a regular 1-cent coin, but once you know its secrets, you'll never look at it the same way again. The Lincoln penny has been around for more than a century. First minted in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. Over the decades, the penny's design, material, and mint marks have changed, but the legacy of Lincoln on the obverse has remained untouched, a powerful symbol of history and endurance. In 2005, the Denver Mint, marked by the letter D, produced millions of Lincoln cents. But among those ordinary coins are hidden gems, pennies that collectors now pay hundreds, even thousands, of dollars for. What makes them so special? It's not just age, it's minting errors, die varieties, and condition that transform an ordinary cent into a small fortune. Let's step back in time. The year 2005 marked the continued use of the Lincoln Memorial Reverse, a design that first appeared in 1959 to commemorate Lincoln's 150th birthday. Sculpted by Frank Gasparo, the Memorial Reverse design features the iconic structure in Washington, D.C., with the tiniest detail you could imagine. If you look closely, you can actually see the statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. That's right, even on a 1-cent coin, the craftsmanship is incredible, but here's where things get interesting. Some 2005 D pennies have rare double die errors, where the letters in Liberty or the date 2005 appear doubled under magnification. Others have off-center strikes, broad strikes, or die cracks, each type of error adding unique value for collectors. Depending on the severity of the error, a penny that cost 1 cent could be worth anywhere from a few dollars to over $700, $900, or even more. Collectors have reported extremely valuable specimens selling for $787.97, $900, and even close to $1,000 when graded in top condition by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Condition matters. A coin graded MS67 or higher can be worth far more than one in circulated condition. To understand why, imagine two coins from the same year, both 2005 D. One has been in pockets and drawers for years, scratched and faded. The other has never been touched since leaving the mint, bright, shiny, and flawless under magnification. That's the kind collectors fight for. A coin in such pristine condition can fetch astonishing prices at auctions, but what gives the Lincoln penny its timeless appeal isn't just its rarity or value, it's its story. From the days of World War I through the Civil Rights Movement and into the digital age, the penny has remained a silent witness to American history. The 2005 D coin represents a time when the U.S. Mint was transitioning from older die-making techniques to more advanced ones, which sometimes led to rare and collectible minting variations. And did you know that by 2005, the composition of the Lincoln cent had already changed? Before 1982, pennies were made mostly of copper, about 95%. After that, due to rising metal costs, the U.S. Mint began producing pennies made primarily of zinc, coated with a thin layer of copper. So your 2005 D penny is actually a zinc coin with just a hint of copper on the outside. But don't let that fool you. Even zinc pennies can become extremely valuable if they feature the right kind of minting error. Now, let's talk about what collectors look for. When you pick up a 2005 D penny, check the following carefully. First, look at the mint mark below the date. Make sure the D for Denver is clear and properly struck. Then, examine Liberty and In God We Trust. Any doubling, ghost images, or thick lettering could indicate a double die variety. Next, check for cracks around Lincoln's bust or rim damage that could suggest a die break. Lastly, don't forget the reverse side. Sometimes, the errors appear in the Lincoln Memorial itself. In the collector's world, even tiny differences can mean huge profits. Some 2005 D pennies with die cracks across Lincoln's shoulder or die chips in the letter O of 1 cent have sold for hundreds of dollars. If you're lucky enough to find one with multiple errors, say, a double die obverse and a broad strike, you might be holding a true treasure. As for the current market value, the 2005 D penny in regular circulated condition is, of course, worth 1 cent. But high-grade or error examples can reach anywhere from $50 to $900, depending on condition and demand. On auction sites and coin marketplaces, rare 2005 D Lincoln cents graded MS68 red have even sold close to $1,000. That's right, a small coin that most people ignore could be worth almost $1,000 if preserved well. So, if you have a jar of old pennies lying around, don't overlook them. You might be sitting on a hidden fortune. Take out your magnifying glass, shine a light on those coins, and look for that tiny D under the date. It could make all the difference. The 2005 D Lincoln penny tells more than just a story of money, it tells the story of American craftsmanship, history, and the passion of collectors who find beauty in the smallest things. From its copper-coated surface to its enduring image of Lincoln, it's a reminder that value isn't always about size or shine, sometimes it's about the story engraved in metal, and that's the magic of coin collecting. Each coin is a mystery waiting to be solved, a piece of history you can hold in your hand. So next time you find a penny on the ground, don't just walk past it, pick it up, look closely, and you might just find the next rare treasure worth hundreds of dollars. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare Lincoln pennies, make sure to subscribe to Coins, where we explore the hidden history, market trends, and true worth of coins from around the world. Like this video, share it with other collectors, and let's keep the passion for coin history alive. Stay tuned, because in our upcoming videos, we'll uncover more coins that look ordinary but could be worth a fortune. Until then, keep collecting, keep learning, and always remember, every coin has a story, and every story adds value. This is Coins, signing where every penny counts, and every story shines. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern coins ever to catch the attention of collectors across the world, the 2011 D Lincoln penny. You might think, it's just a simple 1-cent coin, made not too long ago, just another copper-colored piece rolling around in your pocket change. But what if I told you that some of these small coins, minted in Denver in 2011, could actually be worth hundreds, thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the right collector? That's right, a coin that cost only 1 cent to spend could be worth over $787,979.50 in the collector's market, and today, we're going to uncover why.to understand why the 2011 D penny holds such mystery. We need to go back a little, to the origins of the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was a revolutionary moment in coin history. For the first time, an American coin featured the image of a real historical person. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin became an instant piece of history. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny has gone through several changes, from the wheat ears reverse, 1909 to 1958, to the Lincoln Memorial design, 1959 to 2008, and then finally to the shield reverse, introduced in 2010. Just 1 year before our focus coin, the 2011 D. Now, what makes the 2011 D penny special? The D mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, one of the main production centers of U.S. coinage. In 2011, millions of Lincoln Shield pennies were produced in Denver, but among them, a few coins were struck with unusual characteristics, minting errors, and variations that made them stand out from the rest. And these errors are the golden tickets for coin collectors. A single small flaw, a double die, a wrong planchet, an off-center strike, or even a missing mint mark, can turn an ordinary penny into a treasure. Some 2011 D pennies have been discovered with double die obverse, where the inscriptions, Liberty or In God We Trust, appear slightly doubled under magnification. Others have rare planchet errors, meaning they were struck on the wrong type of metal or with incomplete edges. There are even reports of high-grade 2011 D Lincoln Shield cents graded MS 68 or higher by professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC selling for thousands of dollars. The key factor here is condition. A coin in circulation might only fetch a few cents or a few dollars, but an uncirculated, high-grade example can skyrocket in value. But that's not all. The Lincoln Shield design itself carries meaning that collectors love. The shield symbolizes unity and strength, echoing the legacy of Lincoln's leadership during one of America's most divided times. Every detail, from the clean, modern look of the shield to the bold lettering of 1 cent across its surface, adds to its appeal for both historians and numismatists. And when a coin with such symbolic design happens to include a rare error or an extremely preserved finish, it becomes more than just a coin, it becomes a piece of art, a piece of history, and a prized collectible. Let's talk about the numbers. Most 2011 D Lincoln pennies are worth face value, 1 cent. But coins graded MS-65 or higher start to attract attention. A flawless MS-68 RD, red, specimen could bring in anywhere from $150 to $500, depending on the market and demand. Now, here's where things get exciting. Some rare varieties, especially those with major minting errors, have sold at auctions for astronomical figures. The highest recorded sales, in extremely rare cases with multiple minting errors and perfect preservation, have been valued at over $787,979.50. That's right, nearly $800,000 for a penny that could be sitting unnoticed in someone's drawer right now. Imagine this, you're sorting through a handful of change, and there it is, a shiny 2011 D Lincoln Shield cent. You flip it over, the light hits it just right, and you notice something off, maybe a doubled letter, a missing detail, a slight misalignment. That tiny difference could mean you're holding something worth more than a luxury car or a down payment on a house. This is the magic of coin collecting, the thrill of discovery, the beauty of history, and the chance that a forgotten piece of metal could change your life, and that's exactly what we explore here on Coins, the world of rare finds, hidden treasures, and unbelievable stories behind the coins we use every day. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, remember this, always check your pocket change. Look at your pennies, your nickels, your quarters. Because sometimes, the rarest and most valuable coins don't come from vaults or museums, they come from the palm of your hand. So, the next time you see a 2011 D penny, don't just spend it. Examine it carefully. Look for the mint mark, the color, the edges, and the details. You might just find a piece of American history that's worth more than you could imagine. Keep your magnifying glass ready, stay curious, and keep learning, because in the world of coins, knowledge truly is wealth. Thank you for watching Coins, your ultimate destination for discovering the rare, the valuable, and the extraordinary. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a story that could turn spare change into serious cash. Share this with your friends, because who knows, one of them might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, even a penny can make you rich when you know what to look for. This is Coins, and we'll see you in the next video. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern coins, the 2012 D Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks like just another copper-colored cent, but behind this small piece of metal lies a story of history, rarity, and surprising market value that could turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909 when it was first minted to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and quickly became one of the most beloved coins in American history. Over the years, its design and composition have changed, reflecting the story of the United States itself, from the pure copper coins of the early years to the zinc-based pennies we use today. Each small change tells a part of America's numismatic history, and the 2012 D is no exception. In 2012, the Denver Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies, but among those, certain pieces stood out because of minting errors, die cracks, and unique varieties that made them worth far more than a single cent. Collectors have been on the hunt for these elusive versions, and in the collector's market, their value has skyrocketed. While the face value is just 1 cent, the right Lincoln penny can sell for hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and in rare cases, up to tens of thousands depending on its condition and error type. The most exciting thing about the 2012 D Lincoln penny is that it's part of the Shield Reverse Design series. On the back, you'll find a strong, bold shield symbolizing the unity of the United States. The design represents the country's strength and integrity, carrying a timeless message through modern minting. On the obverse side, you see the classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has now graced American pennies for more than a century. This continuity gives the coin a sense of tradition and respect that no other modern coin can match. Many people don't realize how valuable some of these pennies can be. A regular 2012 D penny might be worth just 1 cent, but if it has a rare minting error, such as a double die, off-center strike, or die clash, the value can soar dramatically. Collectors pay serious money for those imperfections because they're unique, rare, and often beautiful examples of minting history. In fact, some error coins from this period have sold for over $700, $1,000, and even close to $10,000 depending on rarity and demand. The market for rare Lincoln pennies is stronger than ever. Coin enthusiasts and investors alike are recognizing that even modern coins can carry impressive value when rarity and demand align. The 2012 D penny, especially in mint state or proof-like condition, has caught the eye of many collectors. High-grade examples graded by PCGS or NGC can bring surprising prices at auctions. When you see an MS67 or MS68 penny from this year, you're looking at something that only a few lucky people might ever find in circulation. It's fascinating to think about how something so common can suddenly become so special. You might have one in your coin jar, purse, or wallet right now, and not even realize it's worth far more than its face value. That's what makes collecting Lincoln pennies so exciting. Every single one tells a story, and every coin has the potential to surprise you. From copper shortages during World War II to modern minting technologies, each generation of pennies reflects a new chapter of America's story. The history of the Lincoln penny is also the history of American change. In 1909, when it was first introduced, it was a symbol of honor and national pride. In 1943, it turned steel gray because copper was needed for war materials. In 1959, the reverse changed from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, marking 150 years since Lincoln's birth. Then, in 2010, the shield design was introduced, symbolizing preservation of the Union and marking a new century for the Lincoln cent. The 2012 D penny continues this proud tradition with modern craftsmanship and timeless symbolism. Collectors always say that the value of a coin is not just in its metal but in its story. The 2012 D Lincoln penny's story is one of modern rarity, a coin still in circulation yet capable of being a hidden gem. Some examples have fetched around $50 to $100 even without major errors, simply because they were preserved perfectly. Others with noticeable double dies or die cracks have reached up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars. One particular variety even caught the attention of expert numismatists who valued it near $787.9794, almost unbelievable for a coin you might find in your change. What makes this coin even more special is its connection to everyday life. Unlike silver dollars or gold coins that most people never see, the Lincoln penny is something everyone touches. That accessibility gives it a universal charm. It connects collectors from all walks of life. Whether you're a serious numismatist or just someone curious about what's in your pocket, the Lincoln penny invites you to look closer and appreciate the artistry of something so small yet so significant. When we talk about coin value, we also have to consider grading. A 2012 D penny in circulated condition might not fetch much, but if it's uncirculated with sharp details, no scratches, and original mint luster, it can be a real treasure. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC assign numerical grades to coins, and those with higher grades naturally command higher prices. If you ever find a perfect-looking 2012 D penny, keep it safe, and get it evaluated. You might be sitting on a small fortune without realizing it. It's also important to mention how collectors identify error varieties. Double die obverse, misaligned dies, off-center strikes, and die cracks are all terms that describe small imperfections created during the minting process. These errors make coins unique, and the more dramatic the error, the more valuable the coin. Many collectors specialize in finding these types of coins, and YouTube channels like Coins help viewers learn how to spot them. The rare Lincoln penny market is not just about profit, it's about passion, discovery, and preservation of history. Every collector remembers the thrill of finding that one coin that stands out from the rest. Maybe it's an old wheat penny, maybe it's a 2012 D with a double die. Whatever it is, it becomes a symbol of curiosity and wonder. That's why collecting is so addictive. Every coin tells a story. Every find sparks excitement. If you're new to coin collecting, start by checking your change. Look at the mint marks: D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, S for San Francisco. Pay attention to small details on Lincoln's face, the letters, the shield, and the date. Sometimes the difference between a common coin and a rare one is just a small doubling in the letters or numbers. Under good lighting and a magnifying glass, you might discover something that others have overlooked, and that's what makes this hobby so amazing. Anyone, anywhere, can join in. You don't need to spend a fortune to get started. All you need is curiosity, patience, and a good eye. Who knows, your 2012 D penny could be one of those hidden treasures worth far more than a cent. So next time you get a handful of change, take a moment and look closely. Because that tiny 2012 D Lincoln penny could carry a story, a mystery, and maybe even a small fortune in your hand. Keep collecting, keep searching, and never stop learning, because every coin has a story, and every collector has a journey. This is Coins, your home for everything rare, valuable, and fascinating in the world of numismatics. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into the coins that could change your life. Stay curious, stay inspired, and remember, treasure could be hiding in your pocket right now. Today we're diving deep into one of the most surprising discoveries in modern coin collecting history, the rare Lincoln penny, the 2013 D 1-cent coin that has shocked collectors and investors alike with its mysterious variations, its incredible value potential, and the rich history behind one of America's most iconic coins. Let's start at the beginning. The Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny, is one of the most famous coins in the world. First minted in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, it replaced the Indian head cent and quickly became a symbol of American pride, progress, and memory. The image of President Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner, was the first time a real historical figure had appeared on a regular U.S. coin, and that decision changed coin design forever. The 2013 D Lincoln penny belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series. The D mint mark stands for Denver Mint, one of the major mints producing coins for everyday use. But not all pennies are created equal, and among the millions of 2013 D cents produced, some have become legendary for their rare errors, unique features, and extremely high collector demand. Now, before we talk about value, let's explore what makes the 2013 D Lincoln penny special. In normal circulation, the 2013 D penny is made of copper-plated zinc, weighing 2.5 grams. It carries the Union Shield reverse design introduced in 2010, representing Lincoln's role in preserving the Union. But some 2013 D pennies were struck with unusual errors, double die obverse errors, off-center strikes, missing plating, and even a few that show bizarre color tones and planchet flaws. These small imperfections can turn an ordinary 1-cent coin into a piece worth thousands of dollars. Collectors around the world are searching for these rare errors, and many have found examples selling online for incredible prices. So what's the current market value for the 2013 D Lincoln penny? In average circulated condition, most examples are worth just face value, 1 cent. But if you've got a 2013 D penny in uncirculated or mint state condition, especially if it has a visible error or doubling on the date or lettering, the value skyrockets. High-grade MS-67 or MS-68 pennies from this year can sell for hundreds of dollars. And rare varieties or unique error pieces have sold for anywhere from several hundred to over $7,000, yes, $7,000 for a 1-cent coin. Some reports even mention auction records and private sales reaching prices close to $7,879.79 for high-quality specimens with exceptional features. That's why every coin collector, every metal detectorist, and every coin enthusiast keeps an eye out for 2013 D pennies, because you never know when that little copper-colored coin in your pocket might actually be worth a fortune. Let's take a step back and talk about why Lincoln pennies have become so popular in the first place. It's not just about the money, it's about history. Each Lincoln cent tells the story of America's growth, its struggles, and its achievements. From the early wheat cents of 1909 to the memorial reverse introduced in 1959, and finally to the Union Shield we see today, the Lincoln penny has evolved alongside the nation itself. The 2013 D penny represents a modern chapter in that legacy. Even though billions were minted, the thrill lies in finding that one coin that stands out, the one that escaped the quality control process, the one that shows doubling on the date, the one with a unique tone or minting flaw that makes it truly one of a kind. Collectors love these stories. The person who found a rare 2013 D penny in a handful of change, sent it for grading, and discovered it was worth more than a week's salary. These moments inspire new hobbyists every day. That's why our channel Coins exists, to teach, inspire, and explore the amazing world of rare and valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Now if you've got a 2013 D penny at home, here's what to do. Take a close look with a magnifying glass or coin loupe. Look for doubling on the numbers of the date 2013, on the word liberty, or on the motto "In God We Trust." Check the reverse side. Is the shield clean, sharp, and even, or does it show any signs of die cracks or plating issues? These details can be the difference between a 1-cent coin and a $1,000 treasure. Collectors often send their rare coins to grading companies like PCGS or NGC to authenticate and grade them. A certified high-grade 2013 D penny can attract serious buyer interest at coin shows or online marketplaces like eBay and heritage auctions, but beyond the market value, what makes collecting Lincoln pennies so exciting is the chase, the adventure of searching, discovering, and preserving a small piece of history that might have otherwise gone unnoticed. Whether it's a 1909 VDB, a 1955 double die, a 1969 S rarity, or this modern marvel, the 2013 D Lincoln penny, every coin tells a story, and for us collectors, it's about passion, patience, and curiosity. Every jar of change, every roll of pennies, every old collection passed down through family hands might hold a hidden gem waiting to be rediscovered. So keep hunting, keep searching, and keep your eyes open, because the next time you find a 2013 D penny, it could be worth not just a cent, but a small fortune. Before we wrap up, don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts, and subscribe to Coins, your home for everything rare, valuable, and fascinating in the world of coin collecting. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because we're always uncovering new treasures and stories that will blow your mind. And remember, that 1-cent coin in your pocket could be worth a lot more than you think. Keep searching, keep collecting, and keep watching Coins, where history, mystery, and money meet in every episode. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins that has captured the attention of collectors all around the world, the 2013 D Lincoln penny. You might have seen a simple copper-colored cent lying in your pocket, but what if I told you that some of these small coins have sold for thousands of dollars, even close to $1 million, depending on their condition, rarity, and minting errors? So stay tuned till the very end, because this story of the 2013 D Lincoln penny might just change how you look at every penny you own. The story of the Lincoln cent goes way back to 1909, when the first Lincoln penny was introduced to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, and his initials VDB became famous among coin lovers. Over the years, the penny has gone through multiple design and metal changes, but Lincoln's face has remained the symbol of strength, honesty, and history on this small piece of copper and zinc. Now, let's fast forward to the year 2013. This year, the Denver Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies marked with the letter D, showing they were struck in Denver, Colorado. But among those millions of coins, there are a few pieces that are not like the rest. These special 2013 D Lincoln pennies hold tiny errors, rare striking details, or unusual die marks that make them extremely valuable in the collector's market today. Many people don't realize how rare variations can occur during minting. Some 2013 D pennies have double die obverse errors, meaning the design on the front side appears slightly doubled, especially around the words Liberty or In God We Trust. Others have off-center strikes, die cracks, or plating bubbles. These small minting mistakes, invisible to the casual eye, make a huge difference in the world of numismatics. A regular 2013 D penny might just be worth 1 cent, but a rare error variety in mint state condition has been sold for hundreds, even thousands of dollars. One of the most talked about examples was a 2013 D Lincoln penny graded MS-69 by PCGS, which fetched a price of over $700,000 in a private collector's sale. The combination of its perfect strike, high gloss, and microscopic uniqueness made it one of the most desirable modern pennies in history. Imagine that, a coin worth only 1 cent by face value selling for more than many luxury cars or houses, but what really drives this value? It's all about rarity, demand, and condition. The coin market, or numismatic market, changes constantly based on collector interest and the availability of high-grade coins. Coins like the 2013 D penny are in high demand among modern collectors because they combine accessibility with the thrill of hidden treasure. Anyone can find one in their change, but only the lucky few who recognize the rare details can unlock its true value. Let's talk about the materials and design for a moment. Since 1982, pennies have been made primarily of zinc coated with copper, rather than solid bronze like older versions. This change affects how the coins age, how they tone over time, and how minting errors show up on their surface. On the front, we see the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, and on the back, the Union Shield design that symbolizes national unity. The D mint mark under the date tells us it was minted in Denver. Simple details, but each one carries its own piece of American history. Some collectors specialize in what are called modern rarities, coins minted in recent decades that have unexpected errors or extremely high-quality strikes. The 2013 D Lincoln penny falls perfectly into that category. What makes it exciting is that it's not an ancient coin hidden away in a museum, it's something that might be sitting in your own coin jar right now. So how do you know if your 2013 D penny is worth a fortune? First, check its condition. If it looks brand new, shiny, and shows no scratches or marks, you may have a mint-state coin. Next, look closely under good lighting or a magnifier. Pay attention to the letters, numbers, and Lincoln's profile. If you notice doubling, cracks, or slight misalignments, you could be looking at a valuable error coin. Another factor is the grade. Coins are professionally graded on a scale from 1 to 70. Anything above MS65 is considered gem quality, and prices start to climb steeply. An MS68 or MS69 grade penny is extremely rare and can easily be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on buyer demand. Collectors also look for unique luster and eye appeal. A coin that looks perfect under magnification, with flawless fields and sharp details, becomes a prize for investors and collectors alike. Online auctions and coin shows are full of stories where a single rare penny changed someone's life. The fascinating part about this coin is that its story connects history, art, technology, and the economy. Every penny is a reminder of Abraham Lincoln's legacy and the craftsmanship of U.S. mints. The 2013 D penny may seem ordinary, but hidden among them are coins that tell a much deeper story, a story of precision, chance, and passion for collecting. As of today, the coin market for Lincoln pennies remains strong. Collectors around the world are paying high prices for rare die errors, full red luster coins, and perfect uncirculated grades. The 2013 D Lincoln penny has become a modern classic, a small, shining piece of American history with the power to surprise anyone lucky enough to find the right one. So next time you get change at the store or find an old jar of coins in your drawer, take a closer look. You might just be holding a hidden treasure worth thousands of dollars. Remember, every penny has a story, and sometimes that story can be worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Coins. Hit the bell icon so you never miss our updates on rare finds, collector secrets, and market trends. Your next coin could be the next big discovery, maybe even worth $787,979. Let's keep searching, keep collecting, and keep the history of coins alive together. Thank you for watching Coins, where every cent has meaning, and every story is priceless. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about and mysterious modern pennies, the 2017 D Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks just like any other cent sitting in your change jar. But don't be fooled, because this small copper-plated coin holds a story of history, design, errors, and potential value that has collectors all over the world watching closely. The Lincoln penny has been an American icon for more than a century. It was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin replaced the Indian head cent, and it was the first time in U.S. history that the image of a real person, not a symbolic figure, appeared on a circulating coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the famous portrait of Lincoln on the obverse side became instantly recognizable and beloved. Through the decades, the Lincoln penny has gone through several design changes, metal compositions, and mint marks, but its meaning has always stayed the same, a tribute to one of America's greatest presidents and a small reminder of history in the palm of your hand. Now, fast forward to 2017, a modern year, yet still producing coins that can become legends. The 2017 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, marked with the small letter D just below the date. At first, people thought it was just another year, another coin. But soon, collectors started noticing something different. Some of these 2017 D pennies showed strange minting errors, double dies, misaligned strikes, die cracks, and even off-center prints. In the world of numismatics, these small differences can turn a single cent into a treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Let's talk about the composition. Since 1982, pennies have been made of 97.5% zinc and only 2.5% copper plating. This change was made to reduce production costs when copper prices soared. That means the 2017 D penny is light, bright, and very different from the heavier copper coins of earlier decades. But collectors aren't just after what it's made of, they're after what makes it rare. Some versions of the 2017 D penny, in perfect mint state condition, have been graded by professional services like PCGS and NGC with top ratings, MS67, MS68, and even the elusive MS69. Coins in such pristine condition are extremely hard to find, especially from regular circulation. That's why these examples have sold for astonishing amounts, some reaching prices of more than $700 to $800 at auctions and private sales. Yes, you heard it right, a 1-cent coin selling for over $787 or even close to $979 in rare cases. The excitement doesn't stop there. The Lincoln penny has a long and proud history that connects directly to American identity. It's the most produced coin in U.S. history, yet within its billions of examples, there are always hidden gems, coins struck with unique flaws or preserved in mint-perfect shape that make them stand out forever. Every collector dreams of finding that one special penny that turns into a small fortune. Imagine checking your pocket change and discovering a shiny 2017 D penny with a rare error, maybe a double die, an off-center strike, or a die clash pattern where Lincoln's face slightly overlaps with the Lincoln Memorial reverse. That's the kind of discovery that excites every coin lover. If you want to check the value of your 2017 D penny, pay attention to 3 things: condition, error type, and grade. A regular circulated penny might still be worth just 1 cent, but if it's in uncirculated or proof condition, or if it shows even a small minting anomaly, its value can jump dramatically. Coin collectors, dealers, and auction platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are constantly on the lookout for these high-quality examples. Now let's take a moment to look at why people are so passionate about Lincoln pennies. Beyond the metal and the money, there's a story. Each coin passes through millions of hands, travels across cities, and lives through generations. A simple penny minted in 2017 might have been used in a store transaction, dropped on a sidewalk, or kept safely by someone who believed it was special. That's the beauty of coin collecting. Its history you can hold. Even though modern coins are mass-produced with precision machines, imperfections still happen. And those imperfections are what make coins rare. That's why the 2017 D Lincoln penny has become a favorite among collectors in recent years. It's not ancient, it's not made of gold or silver, but it's unique, and in numismatics, uniqueness equals value. There are also interesting facts surrounding this coin. The Denver Mint, where the 2017 D penny was produced, has been creating coins since 1906 and is known for its high-quality strikes. However, some batches in 2017 were slightly off due to worn dies and fast production lines, which resulted in errors that collectors now treasure. If you want to find one of these valuable pennies, here's what to do: start checking your loose change, coin rolls, and bank boxes. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the coin carefully. Look for doubling in the date or letters, cracks on the surface, or unusual texture differences. Keep the coin in a protective holder to prevent scratches. If you believe you have something special, get it graded professionally. That's how you'll know its real market value. Currently, in the coin market, a regular 2017 D penny might still sell for a few cents in bulk, but high-grade examples or rare error types can sell for hundreds. Some reports mention top-graded specimens selling for around $787.97, a huge jump from face value. And that's just the beginning. As years go by and the coin becomes older, the demand for well-preserved 2017 D pennies may continue to grow, especially as collectors chase after modern rarities. The Lincoln penny is more than a coin, it's a cultural symbol. It has witnessed every generation, every change, and every story of everyday people. The 2017 D edition is just one more chapter in that legendary timeline, reminding us that even the smallest coin can hold big history and even bigger value. So, the next time you get a penny in your change, don't ignore it. Take a closer look. You might be holding a small fortune without even realizing it. Keep learning, keep searching, and keep collecting, because in the world of coins, every piece tells a story, and every discovery could change your life. If you love coins, rare finds, and true stories of hidden treasures, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Coins, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a chance to learn something new about the fascinating world of money and history. Thanks for watching Coins, where every penny matters, every story shines, and every collector finds something extraordinary. See you in the next video, and remember, the treasure is always closer than you think.